Oh, hey, Pete.
Oh, hey, Lee. What's going on?
Hey, everybody. We're in the gallery.
We are.
We have got some Les Pauls that we spec'd up to be a little different. There's some 59s where we've picked the tops.
Yeah.
In fact, you might even see a little video of us picking the tops. And we've got some 54 customs with the staple P90, which normally these are part of the catalogue as a non-Murphy Lab in black.
Yeah.
And we decided to do some different
There is a bit of
colours.
story behind that one as well, isn't there?
Have we got that in the studio as well?
We do have that in the studio.
Oh my gosh, this video is going to get long.
Yeah.
Well, look, before we no, let's have a look at these. So we're going to grab these are the 54s with the staple P90.
Yeah.
So if you don't know what we're talking about here, look at this P90 here versus the one below it, and you can see this has the sort of circular pole pieces, and this has the staple-shaped pole pieces. This wasn't actually in the Gibson catalogue for terribly long, but it's very, very cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to pick one of those.
Yeah.
And we've also got some 59s that when Pete and I were last in America, we picked the tops for. So we'll show you these. But why not?
Look at that. Why
don't we go and reminisce about our time in Nashville with the lovely people at the Gibson Custom Shop picking these tops. Well, whilst we are in Nashville, we grabbed Tom here, who looks after everything made to measure. And we said, Tom, we're going to make some made to measure 59s. Could you just whiz around the custom shop and put out like the best tops that are here? So he's done that. There's a pile of them here. We're going to choose our favourite 10. And whilst we do so, perhaps we'll just talk about life, the universe, and everything at Gibson. So, what's your favourite? You like a super heavy flame, or you're a quilty kind of man, or what's your sort of thing?
You don't want to know the truth?
Yeah.
I love gold tops.
So you've picked out all the best wood for a gold top, have you?
That's right.
Where does that come from? Is that like your old favourite guitar players or something?
I just like, but if it has flame under it, it's even better.
Oh wow! So you like the fact that even though you can't see it, you know it's there. Is that the sort of the thing?
It.
You feel it.
That's a good flame.
That has got some serious flame. So these are all going to go on various coloured 59s. I'm assuming we've gone pretty traditional with the colour choices, right?
They are the traditional 5 traditional colors, and we have.
Let's have a look and see.
Factory Burst, Iced Tea, Dirty Lemon, Honey Burst, and Tangerine Burst.
Which is your favourite burst? Which is your favourite of those colours?
Dirty Lemon.
Dirty Lemon. That's yours. Mine is Factory Burst.
Is it? Yeah.
So, what's the objective here, Mr. Pete? Is it because I think that's obviously crazy flame. This feels a little bit more subtle to me. So, I mean, I'd be inclined to put this on a yes pile and this on a no pile or a maybe pile.
But some people don't necessarily want it that flamey, and you have to remember if it's a different, maybe the colour and the flame work. Some flames works better with some colours. Well, in my opinion,
in the interest,
it pops better if you look at these up here. Some of them works better, like the Dirty Lemon.
But in the interest of whittling this down, can we say, should we just sort of have slightly less flamed on one side, slightly more flamed on the other?
Yeah.
So you call this less flame, more flame?
I think so.
Okay.
Would you say?
This is wide.
I'd say tight flame, wide flame.
Oh, I see.
Wide flame. Okay.
And
this one is great.
It's 50-50. We see half our customers love tight flame, half of them like the loose flame.
I like the loose flame. Oh, you got me in the eye there. Sorry. It's okay.
That was hydrochloric acid.
I'm melting. I do prefer the wider flame.
Okay.
Not too wide. I mean, that's a great flame in that.
Well, look, I mean, that
in my opinion,
go on the yes. I mean, we can start thinking about which colour might suit.
It's another tight flame and another tight flame.
Isn't it weird with some flames where you catch it in one light and it looks very plain, or one angle, sorry, it looks very plain, and then you just change the angle a few degrees and all of a sudden it goes...
You know what, it's just like people's personality, Lee, isn't it?
That's a good one.
See, you say that. That one is just as good, in my opinion. They look super similar when you hold them like this.
We're like an old married couple that just disagree about
everything. But that's what we do, isn't it? That's more straight on. That one. I like this one better. It's more, look, it's more symmetrical. Where these flames
do you do marriage counselling, Tom?
Yes, I do. Wood marriage counselling.
Wood. Have you got wood? Have you got problems with the wood? Have you got wood problems? Sorry.
Why does flame pop more when you sort of make it, put a bit of water on it?
Wow, that's a good question. Let me answer it in another way. The tops will even pop more once they have the color.
Yes, that's true. And the carve makes the
And the
top
carve, exactly.
too. I know I'm ignoring everything you're saying, Pete.
You are? What?
But I'm just,
what?
well, because we've got tons of wood here and we only need to
You think that's better than this one?
Yeah, I thought so.
Really? Explain to me why.
Well, I just like it better.
I like this one better than this one.
If you go a bit quilty, I would say this is sort
That's a wide
of
flame, yeah, I like that.
like very wide, borderline quilty. Sorry to...
And you know what I really like? I like these little markers in here. Are they called something special? Have they got a special name when they've got lines down the wood like this?
Well,
with the flame?
it's medullary. I mean, it's part of the grain, the tree grain, growth lines, etc. The flame is not the growth rings, those vertical lines.
So this is a growth ring?
Well, it also could just be like a weird growth anomaly in the tree, not knowing exactly what part of the tree it was cut from.
Yeah.
But
the wooden bit, I think.
Yeah, the wooden part. Yes.
Look at this. I love this because this here has got, it looks like the arms of a...
The nicest bit here, it's almost certainly where the pickup cavity is going to go as well.
But that
maybe not,
matter.
that might be in the middle.
Yeah, that'll be up here, wouldn't it?
Should we put this on the yes pile?
Yes pile,
for now,
yeah.
then?
Finally we can agree on something. What are we having for supper, by the way? I don't know.
This could be a yes pile.
See, why do you like this tight framing?
I think it always visually sort of...
Man, it's so boring.
Boring?
It's all the same.
Huh?
They all look the same.
It looks great.
They all got the same tight flame. It's better if there's a little bit of character in the wood. This is my opinion. That looks like the other two tight flames.
But it looks great.
If you need wood marriage counseling, basically there's a customer for every one of these tops. Whether you agree or disagree with them.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, of course you do.
I want to know in the comments section below, what is the general consensus? Wide flame or tight flame?
Now here,
no.
Now here's one that I really like.
That's quilty, isn't it? Again.
Yeah.
Just put this on this pile over here.
Now, when your two guys picked these, they thought this was better for the cutaway. For example, I mean.
Oh, I see.
Of course, from the camera angle. I mean, just the way it has kind of a chevron.
Yes, the chevrons are nice, isn't it?
But the vendor outlined it this way, that this would be the cutaway. So it's a preference, whether you want this kind of.
I kind of feel I like my grain to be a V rather than a what would be an upside down V.
Yeah.
So you think
so? I probably would go with the way it's been drawn. Yeah.
That's the most traditional way of doing it, isn't it?
Well, actually,
I'm not saying that.
That's like that is more of an upside down.
So what you have is, do you like this on the lower bout, right? It's flame. It's just a different thing. Or if it was this being the cutaway, it would be more of the neck pickup. And
I think this on the lower bout because that's more uniform down here. Where this is where you would have. This is where you would have a
pickup. So you've got the same concern on this one here.
Just weten this, please. Can we just?
No problem at all, sir.
Let's give it a bit of a. Oof.
Wow.
That does pop, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's good. I think
you're right. This goes a bit plain here, doesn't it? So
it
would be better if that.
Yeah. Now keep in mind again, the neck tenon will be right here. The neck pickup will be there.
So this bit will be.
Yeah. So the least attractive bit on here will disappear, won't it?
Yeah. Lower bout here, all about.
Which is why we cut it this way. We marked it just as a reference, and.
That's a good looking piece as well, isn't it? Oh, he's not so sure.
No, you know what I really like? I like these little rings in it, these dark lines. Yeah. I'm a big fan of the dark lines in there.
Oh, hang on a second. Hang on a second. There's two more good bits here. Look at that.
But that's the same as the other.
I know, it's the best looking one.
They're all the same, man. They're all the same, Lee. Honestly, I'm not. That's exactly the same as these four ones you just picked over there.
That's why I like them.
Just make sure that you don't get this is the best one yet of the type.
Do you think so?
Apart from down here. No, no, it's the best.
No, I think that's just where I've wet it more. Yeah, there you go. Let you see. It's where I just haven't wet it. That looks great.
Yeah, that's probably one of the best tight grains, but you have to get the right colour at the top. You know what I don't like?
What?
apart from you, of course. I'm not such a fan on the Dirty Lemon with a really flamey top.
Do you think
I like
Dirty
it
Lemon
better.
suits more of like a 58, slightly
More
plainer?
of a plainer sort of
Yeah,
top.
it could be.
In my opinion. But
You know what?
it is my opinion.
I'm just
and
going to make
it's
some
not-
PRS custom 24s out of these.
That's another one. God, look.
This is green lemon fade.
That's Green Lemon Fade.
Yeah.
So this is Dirty Lemon here.
I have
Yeah, can
no
see the-
idea. We have to look what's written on the back here.
Yeah,
There it is.
Dirty Lemon Burst.
Yeah.
I feel
That's,
like...
that's the same as your POS, isn't it?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
it is,
Yeah. Yeah, same colour.
What is that?
You know, again, I would
Burst.
choose this, but I
Tomato
feel
burst.
like I'm under pressure now. If Pete doesn't, I've chosen too
But it's
many
not-
of these tight, stripy
I
things.
think you have to be careful choosing too many of them.
All
They're
right.
going to look the same on the wall when they come back, right?
I mean, I know this is tight, but that's really unusual, isn't it? That's got multi-layers of everything in it.
It does. That's a good one.
That
I
is
don't
a
mind that
good one.
That looks like a hairy battle.
And that's got everything from tight stripes to the sort of Rorschach type sense of like there's weird patterns going on in there
Yeah,
and
that's
everything,
better,
isn't
that
there?
one. Good band, Tight Stripes.
The tight stripes.
Yeah, that's unique, that one.
That's really unusual. It's almost
Yeah.
got like a bird wing or something going off down there.
And this just looks like a little baby has been drawing lines on it, but I like it.
Yeah, that's a definite yay.
So what was wrong with this one?
Nothing, I just didn't get there. I just got excited by what was underneath.
This one I really like because it's got the stripes on it, like that. I'm a big fan
2,
of
3,
that.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you get, I tell you, I'll let you choose the last two, Pete. You can have whatever two you like.
Okay, can we have something that's not super tight?
Well,
quilted
is
then?
any one of these or these two that are on the floor down here.
I still think this one here.
Let's bring these two up as well. You can see.
Yeah, let's have a look. That's quite plain, that, isn't it? Slight flame.
I agree. Bit plain,
But I like
slight
this.
flame.
I like these. You don't really get that on
You,
the other
you,
ones.
you just like
these things
this.
here.
Yeah, I know. It's weird, isn't it? I'm not a. See, if I was having a 58, if I was doing a 58, I think you're right. If that is a slightly plainer. If that was the objective, to just have something slightly more understated, a little bit less look at me, which is what that's all about.
Which is
isn't
all
it?
about you.
All about me.
The small penis, look at me, big car, big flaming guitar. Sorry. Isn't that what they say, isn't it?
I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think this is a normal sort
right.
of American dealer style video, is it? This one. That's a good looking top.
Yeah, that's a good looking top. I like that one.
I feel like
Is
I
this
might
what
have
all?
wet
Is
that
all
one already.
Come on, man.
Let's
Here,
come in and talk
let's
about
load
this.
it up. Let's
Yeah, load it up.
Get it
I'm
on.
always slightly worried about how much water you put on this.
Well, I let them dry for 24 hours, so yeah.
Well, it's your choice, Mr. Pete, but
This
I
one
do like
definitely.
that.
Yeah.
That's approved.
That one,
good.
yeah, that's a good one. It's got little things in it. You like this one, don't you?
No, I didn't. I'm comfortable with you just going with something much wider grain, much wider stripe.
This one is too like the other ones we have, right? That's just a plain tight flame with no personality. That's exactly what it is. A bit like.
Yes, I was waiting for that.
Has that got something? Everybody's so quiet.
I mean, no. That funny enough, that is the other one, isn't it? Where we were. Although that's interesting because so they've not suggested that.
No, but that's how I-
upside down. As in, because the line on the other one was to suggest, imagine it flipped the other way.
Yeah.
That's not what they're.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the objective here is to set fine guitars that people just want to buy, then you go flamey with these stripes here, and you got the flame in the middle.
I approve.
Yeah?
I approve. Bosh!
Not you have the guitars I want to buy.
1,
That's
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Is that enough?
That was it. Yeah, that's the 10. Is that enough?
I like
it's
this
like
one.
£50,000 worth of Les
I
Pauls.
like
in
this one as
go.
well. For some reason, I'm just going to show.
All right.
It's got these. What's it called? The in the galaxy. Out in the galaxy.
The nebula thing.
No, but the claws
Milky
of
Way?
something. No, what is it
Oh.
called? You know the big thing they've shown. I'll find it. We'll put a picture on screen. The devil's hands or something. What's it called?
Do you want an 11th one, Pete? Is that what we need to do to make
No,
you
I'm
happy?
just.
I mean,
want to
look,
see it. Looks like a little Christmas tree.
Ben's eyes just lit up. I know that.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, this 10. You like this? 11 then. There we are, look. 11 guitars. Lucky number 11. So this video, I don't think we'll put this video out until the guitars are actually here, and then we can kind of compare.
Do you want to pick the colours?
They look like.
Do you want to pick the colours?
We've picked the colours.
Yes, but which top goes well with the colours goes well with the top? And we can just write it here.
I mean, half of me.
Or do you want somebody to just pick that forward? Do you want?
Well, half of me just. I think it's quite hard to suggest a certain. I mean, the only one I would say is that Dirty Lemon Burst, I think, does suit.
That's this one here.
It doesn't necessarily need the crazy flameness of it. Like Dirty Lemon, I think, can almost get away with more of a.
Where's the factory?
Semi-plain. Or we just leave it to fate.
They all look the same. Yeah.
We leave it to fate, Pete, and just see what comes with what.
Is that factory burst?
Yeah.
I do like that. And I also like this one here.
Which one? Here?
Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? What is that? That's like.
Can you do bird inlays as well, or is that?
Iced tea.
Wait, we have to ask permission.
Yeah.
This was iced tea.
Yeah, that's good as well.
I think we leave it to fate, Pete.
We leave it to fate?
I think we leave it to.
Factory bird doesn't like. Factory bird doesn't like flame. See?
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't. It needs to be a bit more plain, or at least be tighter grain than that one.
Well, see, I'm telling you, it's all about the tight grain. Leave it to fate.
We'll leave it to fate.
Right, that's the C. That's it. The next video you see with this in, we'll be showing you the actual guitars. How cool is
That's
that?
exciting.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome.
It's nice to see it. Don't leave it 10 years next time.
Okay.
Come and see us sooner. All right.
I'll be there next week. Thank you.
Right.
Oh, right. Do you know what? It's been so long. It's been, crikey, like 8-9 months since we were in America picking these. I can't actually.
But I tell you what, I seem to remember picking something like this because I love these lines that goes vertical. It's a colour vertical down in that. Really. They're good weight, aren't they? They're light.
So we did these. We decided to keep the spec of these a standard 59 and also VOS them. I know we were there talking to Tom, the Murphy Lab, and I love a Murphy Lab guitar, but I know it's a bit divisive, so we decided that we would do these as VOS finishes. Let me pop that on here.
A nice flame in that.
The only one, to be fair, we've gone for a lot of very traditional bursts, except for this one, which is known as Bengal burst. I'm guessing after what?
Bengal tiger? That's gorgeous, that top, isn't it?
So we'll have a look at that. But these are all, by the way, these are all individually photographed and weighed and listed on our website. So if we flipped over one and you're thinking, I'd like to see some more of that, then just pop down to the links below and you'll find links to all of these, assuming they're still here. There's only, I think we picked enough tops to make maybe 8, 9 guitars, something like that. So, right, well, I think we should pick, a 59 each and a 54 each?
Yeah, let's do it.
And then head our way back to the studio.
I'm going to take this one because Factory Burst is my favourite colour because that reminds me of mine. Look at that, look at that.
Now you've confused me. I think just purely and simply because it's different, I'm going to take the Bengal Burst. And then we might have to have a fight over which colour of these you get.
I can't make my mind up, Lee, but I think I'm going to take this.
Are you taking the Silver Burst?
I don't know.
I think the Silver Burst is my favourite.
Okay,
although that said, I might take the.
I tell you what, this is my
white.
favourite.
I mean, that's so Steve Jones. I know he didn't play a P91, but white Les Paul Customs are mint. Yeah. I really like this oxblood, but every time I see it in a photo, it looks black. So I'm hoping in this video it actually looks the oxblood colour it is. And also as well, if you like a weighty Les Paul, oh my God, go over to the website and see how much that weighs.
It's not too bad.
Is it not? Is it just
compared
me being
to these?
a wimp?
It is. Yeah, I think you're being a bit of a wimp.
Oh no, I think it is. I'm going to take the gold because it looks epic.
I'll take this one then. So I'll take this one.
Yeah. I think there may even be some other colours of these. Maybe
there was two greens, but they're gone.
Both the greens have gone already, have they?
Yeah.
Crazy. Right.
Anyway,
catch you later.
Come on.
famous
That's a
me,
fun
Mr.
loop,
Pete.
that.
It's a great loop. What did that remind me of? It was very... I don't know. It was very 80s, wasn't it?
I don't know, because the beat is different, isn't it? So the beat is 4 on the floor, which is not 80s. It's
Yeah.
a bit more. It's a bit more John Mayer-y, isn't
Is
it?
it?
Actually, yeah, because it's then you got the chords, which is like. But those chords are just. Was it?
It
Yes, a
reminded
D.
me of. Perhaps that is where the jump. It's 80s Clapton. It's,
Yes, that's what it is. It's 80s Clapton. You got the
it's-
bass. Anyway, it's a great loop, wasn't it?
Oh man, I tell you again, we say this in every single video. I bloody love it when Pete gets the old Sheeran looper
When I
X
get my
out.
Sheeran X.
It's the only looper on the market that genuinely you can kind of recreate these kind of band loops. But that's not what we're here talking
No, it's
about
not what we're
today.
here to
We're
talk
back
about.
in the studio.
We are.
You've just seen us in the store picking these out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Magnificent.
it is magnificent. I've
Isn't
got to
it?
be honest with you. Visually, I'm drawn towards the 54s because
Yeah.
they're a bit different, and we'll
Yeah.
talk about the why.
Yeah.
But tonally and to play, you can see why the 59 has just become
Legend.
What's the you know? It's the Rolls Royce, the Concorde, the like name the best of anything in any other world,
Yeah.
and that's what the 59 Les Paul just
And
is.
is it the world's first signature guitar? Is it?
Pass, because I don't
saw
want to say.
Red and Zach doing a video on their podcast, Dipped in Tone, about do people need signature guitars? Who deserves a signature guitar?
Yeah.
And that's a raw, you know, as they said before it was people that was guitar players on stage and they were doing all that sort of stuff, and now it's sort of flipped onto, you know, including myself, it's people that are more influential on YouTube and all sorts of other things. But do we deserve one? I don't think so, but it's fun to make it. It's fun to be a part of it, right?
Weren't there some cowboys that had Martin signature acoustic guitars before Les would have had a Gibson?
Hank Williams, maybe, that I don't know.
No, like even there's another video you need to go and watch.
Yeah.
Is us going
Yeah.
around the Martin Museum.
Well, Les Paul's first guitar, the one he learned on, was in the museum. They have that, and the
Good
first
segue.
guitar that Fender put electric pickup in is at the museum.
So as we said in the store, these are VOS Les Paul standard, 59 Les Paul standards. We decided not to tinker with the recipe that makes these guitars great.
Yeah.
We just chose the tops.
Yeah.
When they're gone, they're gone. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I kind of, as much as fun as we had picking the tops, and maybe in the video of us picking the tops, you'll go, oh yeah, I recognise that one. If I'm honest with you, a 59, even when Gibson picked the top, gets a great top. So these are just great, interesting looking guitars
Yeah.
with a bit of a story, just because Pete and I picked the tops.
And they'll be individual. They will be only Andertons exclusives, and you can only get them here. So
Yeah.
if you want this one, I mean, I
Oh,
can't.
yeah, what is the
I can't
number?
even see the serial number on here because I'm getting completely blind. I can't see that.
I
Was
got
it?
941947, and you've got 94157. The lights in my eyes.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Oh.
576.
Right. And this one is the factory burst, which is I've got on the 58.
Isn't that a
although
cool
faded.
story? So
Yeah.
the factory burst was never, that's not what they called it, but every burst that you've seen Gibson add into the catalogue, well, maybe not this burst, but obviously everything like Iced Tea and Honey Burst and Dirty Lemon and all those other things are effectively faded versions of what Gibson now call factory burst. But there
So
we
these are two similar. That's just been sitting around a little bit. But look at the difference in the tops.
Yeah,
Right,
I've got
this
to be honest with you,
top-
that is pretty spectacular.
I mean, I remember saying on that video that I think tops like this almost belongs on a PRS sometimes, because I feel like this has got slightly flame in it, but nothing. Look at that, bloody wow!
But I think that's your choice, isn't it? If you want to
Yeah.
go and buy a Lamborghini, are you going to
Yeah.
buy a black one because you want to drive down the street and not necessarily, you know?
You wanna be Batman.
Or are you
I am
going to do the neon orange one because you want everyone to look? That's your choice with the Les Paul. Do you want to go slightly more plain top, maybe a 58, something like that, or do you want to go full on flamey bling? You choose.
Flamey bling bling.
Still the same guitar under the hood. Anyway, can we hear some tones,
Yes,
Mr.
we
Pete?
can. Right, let's have some tones with no pedals into the Deputy from Victory. honestly, that's so fat. So fat. Warts and all, and that's tone all the way up here, man. That's a lot of low end in this middle position. Nice and jangly, actually. More jangly than I thought it was going to be. And remember, when you have a Les Paul, remember to fiddle a little bit with these here, because you can mix and match. Wasn't it playing on that? On the Les Paul?
Probably.
I don't know.
One of them had a Les Paul for shizzle, yeah.
And let's go to the bridge. It pushes the amp just in a beautiful way.
No pedals, man.
No pedals, that's all. Let's just put the Cali 76 on just to get a little more push.
Ever since we did that compressor video where we really, might have been the Schnoebels one, where we were really listening to how the compressor did this thing and then bloom.
Yeah.
I think I need to revisit how I even play with a compressor, because that's this. It's not about doing the whole like ding 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 ding. It's like you can play chords and just let it do a thing.
Yeah,
can't you?
and if you set it subtly, it just acts as a little bit of an enhancer. You know, like the what is it called, the maximizer.
Just because I think it's appropriate for these guitars, I'm not going to say what the song is, but could you play those chords to that song that you were playing on the Martin acoustic when we were in the gallery? That's the one. That's essentially what I think this song makes. This guitar makes me want to.
I think it's like, oh, you want to do that, okay? That's great,
and
isn't
if
it?
ever there was a reminder for me to tell you about Andertons 2, the new YouTube channel where there's no talking, it's just all the edited out playing clips like that
Well,
one.
we don't ask you how to subscribe either, like you should in this one.
Dive on over to Andertons 2 and subscribe to that one, even though I said we just wouldn't. Because, yes, that's a new thing that we've done just for, like, playing stuff. Anyway, that sounded...
A little bit of gain.
Sorry. That...
I miss playing my Les Paul right now. I miss playing it.
So we have to transport ourselves back to the 50s, where there was only guitars and amplifiers. There were no overdrive pedals to step on, and that's the sound of that sort of slightly, a valve amplifier that's on the edge, it's because the artist has probably had to turn it up a bit to play the club that they want to play in. Maybe it's a little 30-watt thing or something like that. They've got a humbucking pickup, and it's so magical. I mean, it almost just doesn't even need
it's a tactile
pedal. I suppose the drive pedal is going to take it into another era of like 60s and 70s rock, isn't it? But that sound there was just so beautiful.
It's a special thing, and I think, again, we keep going on about people missing that connection between a guitar and an amp in a real world scenario where you're not plugging in, you listen to headphones. There's something magical to experience about that, and I just think it's amazing. Put a bit of Dane on just to see. Do you need much more gain than that? I mean, you can go on the green side. See, again, I wouldn't associate this guitar with that. I would associate it more with rock and blues and stuff. Yeah, but you can do it.
I mean, I suppose. But plenty of players over the years have played heavy rock with a Les Paul. Maybe not super metal chug. I'm not an aficionado in that. Do you know what? I don't think it's the gaininess of the Les Paul that makes it less appropriate for that type of music. I think it's the scale length. I think you want a tighter,
want that.
more percussive attack in the string, whereas Les Paul is quite loose, isn't it?
Anyway,
I'm talking absolute crap as well, because you think about all the guys that play. What Zach Wilde?
Zach Wilde. He's got EMG pickups in,
there must be loads of old Metallica stuff as well that's on a Les Paul and
Queefy. Math Queefy.
Exactly. Just ignore me, everybody. Every time I try and sound anything like I know what I'm talking about with the metal genre.
I think that was really out of line. I said.
Really? What, Queefy?
Yeah. Right. Do you want to play a bit?
No, look, I think you've done a really good demo.
Well, thank you very much.
Shall I? I don't know. I mean, obviously I do want to play, but
absolutely, that's what you want to do.
What I mean is no real need, but here we are with, again. Oh man, I mean, it's just, who doesn't want to play? I know I've got too much reverb on. I'm not even apologising
for that, right?
But it's just, do you know what I am surprised with these as well. They've come out lighter. I don't know if that's something to do with the fact that we handpick the tops and maybe that puts them in a different pile as far as Gibson. But all of these are just over £8, which for a Les Paul is
which is the same as my 58 there.
Right.
It's the same weight, which is
Pass me that black guitar then that's by you.
Yeah.
And I'll put this over here.
So there is
a bit of a story here. It's a sort of sentimental one.
Yeah. Maybe a bit more for me than anyone else.
Absolutely. Pete had a family friend who had a beautiful collection of guitars and was very generous about, letting us play them and talking about them and blah, blah, blah. And sadly, he's passed away, and his collection of guitars was put up for sale. In fact, you were very kindly bequeathed your 330, weren't you?
230, it's 1961. Yeah, beautiful guitar. It's got the home, and I will never part with it because it was a special gift from a special guy.
Yeah.
Richard.
We decided to buy this. This was one that I thought was cool. We both thought was cool. So this isn't an original 54. It was but is it a 90s kind of custom shop?
Yeah, 94 custom shop.
And we've had it in the studio for a while, and we thought it was just sort of super cool, and you don't see the staple pickup thing very often. And then, I don't know, about a year ago, we were sort of going, we should probably, you can get these in black. Yeah. You can order these in black from the custom shop like this, but we thought, wouldn't it be kind of cool to do some different colours and Murphy Lab them and things like that? So we were just sort of like, and it gives us a lovely excuse to sort of get this one out and play it as well and compare it. Yeah. So yeah, this was the sort of
inspiration.
The inspiration, yes. It's not an original, 50s one, but it was the origination.
It's like 30 years old.
Don't say that, man. I still feel like 1994 was like literally the other day.
Yeah, but that's 30 years, isn't it? Or is it 40? It's 30 years.
30, yeah. Don't make me older than I think.
Wow.
So you saw in the store video, we've got gold, we've got white, we've got the silver burst,
Look at that.
Got the ox blood. We had 2 olive green ones that went like that, but we should probably try and get another olive green one. But they're beautiful. So you'll notice that the tuners on these are original. These were replaced.
Richard was very what's it called? Very on it with details, what he wanted on all of his guitars. So he would change out tuners, he would change out lots of bits and pieces for what he thought was the perfect thing for him. So in the box there we do have those tulip tuners, but he liked this because apparently there was a like a couple of years where they put the gold ones on, and he's changed some bits here on the guitar and stuff. So
if you've managed to get YouTube up there, Richard, and you're watching this, I hope you.
He will be.
Yeah,
He'll still be watching.
I hope you like what we've done with the guitars we were inspired to do.
Yeah.
So do you want to?
I can take some tones from this really quick.
It's a different vibe, isn't it? The 54 is a fatter, wider feeling neck than the 59.
Yeah.
It's a bigger, heavier guitar.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got the sort of double bound.
Yeah.
And it's a brighter. These are P90, so it's a sort of a brighter, not as fat sounding.
But it's funny you should say it because they are single coil pickups, right? But because of the construction with the neck, with the tenon going in, and it's not like a Telecaster with the P90 in it. It sounds still like a Les Paul.
Yeah.
It's so weird how they work, man. And I just think the stable pickup P90 just looks and sounds phenomenal. Yeah. I love it.
Obviously, we've Murphy labbed all these, so you can see there's way more crazy kind of patina occurring on there.
There is a few bits on that. It's got some dings and dongs, and the scratch plates he's taken off because it looked like some at some point, and it's all in the case. Right, let's have some tones from this again, straight in. Man, that's the P90 stable. I don't know what it is about them. They're just so raw and raw.
Well, I don't know enough about the history of the staple. Like, was it
I'm not sure, man.
that way? I vaguely, in the back of my mind, just recollect it was purely and simply because those were the shape of the magnets that they could get at the time.
Maybe that's it.
And so they just made them like that rather than using the round pole pieces. But
there must be something.
Someone will know. Yeah, they'll comment below who's got better knowledge than me.
Absolutely. Oh,
super pokey though, isn't it?
Fat and juicy. Oh, middle position. There you go. There you get that. Those two. It's almost quacky. So clean, and then with the fat. There's something with a stable, man. There's something about it that's just magical.
Still got balls, isn't it?
It's got fat balls. Okay, just the Cali 76 to poke it in a bit. Dane. Wow. Protein green side. It's almost too much. It's almost too. It's almost like a fussy tone,
It's
isn't
an incredible amount. I mean, we haven't changed obviously any of the amp or pedal settings,
same
switching
thing.
between guitars. It's so much bass end on that neck pickup. It almost is too much, but
Yeah, but that's why it went. It's almost got this fuzz kind of thing, right? Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, wow.
I still want to hear. I mean, it does.
It's a different sound, isn't it? It's funny.
Very different between the two.
Yeah.
I mean, it definitely feels like the Staples got more.
There's that.
That's enough, isn't it?
Yeah,
Quick jam out.
It is. Quick jam out, absolutely. Links below for all of this. If you have to ask how expensive it is,
Yes,
you can't afford it.
Don't ask how expensive
Don't ask.
all this stuff is.
Just go links
You
below
just
if you're
upset yourself.
interested. Yeah,
unless you're
just-
Elon Musk, and
Yeah.
it'll be just trivial amount.
It's like-
nothing. Not even. Hang on a second. Give me September. Yes, I've earned that much. It's like anyway. Right.
Yeah, lucky man. Lucky man. We'll see you in the next one, right?
Absolutely. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Thank you.